I watched your film this morning, and I was just so thoroughly impressed with it. I loved the blend of comedy and just the social commentary, and that's a very difficult thing to get right, but I think you guys totally got it right, and just congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
No
That's an
problem.
impressive wall behind you, by the way, of
Thank you.
those.
If I have to do these like from my room, I gotta have some kind of
Yeah.
background, so like
Yeah.
it works out.
Yeah.
I know this all began as like a short, so I was wondering what was the process taking it from that to what it is now.
Process was so we never thought of this as a proof of the short as a proof of concept for a feature, but the short it was resonating with people, and I was asked like, hey, are you guys doing anything else with it? And I was like, yes, we're making a feature. And so
He
Katie
basically
and
willed
yeah,
it into being by
yeah,
telling people I was working on it already.
yeah.
Like I was
It's
like,
already
okay.
happening.
I
It's
was like,
happening.
I guess I'm supposed to be working on it now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we started these
yeah.
conversations about what is this bigger story look like. And we basically decided it's going to be one
We
night.
decided literally the first conversation that we had about what would the future look like was that this was going to be a one crazy night story.
Right.
Just because the short had been very much in real time. You're watching these guys, it's the Goldilocks and the Three Bears scene
Yeah.
where they're like they find Goldilocks in their house and they're like, what are we gonna do? Should we call 911? Should we not? And the short was that conversation in real
Right.
time, and we wanted to keep that real time feeling as you're watching these guys make their decisions throughout the night. And the movie's almost a comedy of errors,
Yeah.
but because the stakes are so high, because the stakes are real, it's also operating on a thriller level. So it's was a really fun experience to work on this film, and a challenge as well. I think that both of us were, we really really wanted to get it right, and we were aware that this is a tonal tightrope to be walking.
Yeah.
So I think that in many ways the stars have to align, and we owe a lot to the editor as well, whose job it is to like keep that. Editors don't get nearly enough credit, but like editors
I'll make
are
come
the
together.
people who they keep the rhythm of the movie, and like that's so important in thriller and in comedy. It's like this is like both at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I've got the pleasure of speaking with some of the cast, and what I thought was interesting was that on the one hand, like when I was talking to like people like RJ and stuff, and then like Sabrina, RJ, I was asking him like, were there any serious conversations had about the more serious aspects of the story, and he's like, well, we've lived it. And then like
Mhm.
Sabrina, it was like, had to do the homework. So I was wondering what was it like to kind of bring those two kind of with the cast, bring those together where you have people who have unfortunately experienced this kind of thing where they're not sure what to do, and then someone like, them who are like it's like Sabrina who is like, I don't know what it's like to walk in these shoes, so I need to like learn what this kind of situation would be like.
I mean, the actors did all of their appropriate homework, I'm sure. And hearing that Sabrina learned about it and stuff. But when I talked to Sabrina, she and I talked about Maddie, greatly, and like she and I talked about Maddie's privilege and her being oblivious to the damage that she's doing in this orbit that she's created
Right.
around her. Everything is, like because of her negligence, right? And she understood that greatly. And I knew that whatever other things that in the relationship between what she's doing to the guys, she was going to do that work to understand that. So bringing them together, they all hung out a lot, and I'm sure in their hanging out they discussed the characters and did their pre-work. So when we were on set, it was like click, they were there. And that for me as a director is a beautiful thing to have. It makes my job a lot easier when we're actually shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a writer, you're living with these characters and their voices in your head for so long, and There's nothing quite like hearing the words come out of people's mouths and like them come alive. And I think the cast did such a great job. Just they all completely understood what the movie was. And again, when you're dealing with these tones that are like the confidence of knowing that to be funny in a movie like this, you don't need to play the joke up. You know, like you have to be confident that like the situation is funny and that you like they completely understood what the movie was, and we're just so lucky
they
to find
give
them.
to each other so much, you know, because I was talking to Donald earlier too, and like something that Donald did that I thought was, you know, so giving was that, you know, when there's a scene when he has a confrontation with the police and you know, we gave him the option of like we could have a stunt person do this work of, you know, the more aggressive slam and stuff like that. He's like, no, I want to do it because for the other actors who have to be reacting to what's happening to me, for them to see me there because they've built that camaraderie, that chemistry up, it's going to be more helpful for them. So that's the kind of beautiful relationships that our cast have with each other, is that they wanted to give to, you know, the help as much as they could to help them for their performance. And I thought that was really beautiful too.
Yeah, I mean, you guys you nailed it. They're wrapping me up. I just want to say, like, this is a very tight rope to walk, and you guys did this very, very well. And I can't wait for everyone to see it because I think people are going to really enjoy it.
Thank you so much, man.
No problem. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Hey.
Be cool, Sean. Be cool.
Guys.
So you going out tonight, B?
Yeah, got a pass to Underground. Are you guys?
Yeah. We're just gonna go to a couple parties and.
It took me 3 weeks of ass kissing just to get into one.
Oof, a lot of buzz.
So.
Good thing you didn't get pink eye.
Dum 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 151 rum in a blunt young.
Our legendary tour. We're going to 7 parties tonight, bro.
You should take it easy. Don't get Kunle into any trouble. That boy's black excellence.
Oh, come on. We only gonna have 5 minutes when we get back to pregame, change, and leave.
Sean, what? Where's Carlos? There's an unconscious white girl in our living room.
What?
Okay, she's alive. We should call 911.
Hey, stop! You crazy?
We didn't do anything wrong.
We don't have to do nothing wrong, Kunle. The cops are not gonna listen. They just gonna come in here and see 3 brown guys hanging over this little white girl.
We looked everywhere, and we can track her on your phone.
We can't just leave her somewhere. We take her to the hospital.
Chacon.
I told you we should just call 911, but you wouldn't listen.
It looks like she's in that car.
What the hell is going on? We don't know who she is.
Actually, she just told me that she's in high school.
No!
Run, Ricky, run, dum dum dum, run, Ricky, run, Ricky, run, dum dum dum.
Think about it statistically. How many people actually get shot by the cops? It's like really, really unlikely, right?
What are you talking about?
911, what is the nature of your emergency?